Okay, guys, we'll start sitting cross-legged seats. And we'll just begin by lifting the chin up and down a little bit. You'll find it obviously takes more muscle engagement to lift the chin up and less to drop it down. And so in general, we can understand the idea of the Pilates practice through this activation of muscles, the sustained activation of muscles, which is also the experience of sustaining stress. So as the chin goes up, shoulders come down, and you can open your chest. You can pull those shoulder blades together at the spine. We'll just practice a few times squeezing the shoulder blades back and then rounding them away from the spine but pushing the hands forward. And naturally, you're going to squeeze the belly round the back. Find the total flex, though, where you really squeeze the lower belly and makes your face a little high pressure. Now pull back like you're rowing a boat. Hands back in the chest. Inhale, puff your chest out. Stay here for a moment. You can relax the back of the neck. You can take a bigger, deeper breath. Now let's push forward again. Tuck the chin down, squeeze the belly. Now pull back again, inhale, lift up. And just one more time, push out, pull back. Now stay here. Lift the chin higher, put the hands behind your back. And see if you can increase this back bend a little bit. You have to drop the shoulders down and lift the chin up. You can kind of turn your ears left and right and stretch your neck muscles a little bit. Make peace with the stress that you're feeling right now, but keep breathing. We want to focus on just the arms. So as you lock your elbows, you should feel the muscles in your upper arms engage. You should feel your elbows lock and your forearms strengthen and your fingers squeeze together, and you should feel it through your wrists, so that from your shoulders to your hands, you feel your whole arm muscles engaged. And if you can go forward and back a little bit now, keep your arms engaged. We go forward and back, just like this. Keep the arms engaged, from the shoulders to the hands. Now, engaged is relative, right? What it is for me is not what it is for you, but the name of the game is to keep the activation of the muscles while you move. Process that stress, and then those muscles that are active, specifically the arms right now, they're going to get stronger. This is exactly how weightlifting works. Let's lift up, relax the arms. Big deep breath, shake them out. Release the stress. We're going to do hands in the air. Lift up the arms. Up here, we drop down the shoulders. So with shoulders down, we can lock elbows, engage the muscles through the fingertips, squeeze like you're holding onto like a grapefruit or something. Find all the muscles in your arms, and we can go up a little bit, squeeze those shoulder blades together, and then come forward just a bit, round your shoulders in the back. Squeeze the belly and pull back. And squeeze forward. So now the activation is not only in your arms, but it's also in your belly. Do you feel it? The belly is active even while you pull back and while you squeeze forward. The hands are active while you pull back and you squeeze forward. So through both movements, we're active. And it's stressful and it's hard. And you get to decide how active you are, because passive would just be like noodles. And you're not that. Now last breath, let's go all the way up in the air. Inhale, lift. Just drop the arms down, big deep breath. Relax the shoulders. Now we're going to focus just on low belly muscle. We're going to do hands in front of us like this. Squeeze that low belly and you should feel yourself slouch. You're going to keep that low belly. You just got punched in the gut. Squeeze, tuck your chin down, find your breath. But keep the belly engaged. Now engaged is relative. It doesn't have to be 100% your maximum. It can be 50%, it could be 10%, it could be 1%. But if you're actively choosing to engage 1% of your muscles in the low belly, then you're actively engaging in your belly. It's not about how much, it's about whether you're doing it or not. Now, keep the low belly engaged as you sit up tall, bring the chin up. Pull your shoulders back. Low belly still engaged. Shoulders are back. Chin's up, and you can breathe just fine. And this upper body posture is going to be like our litmus test. We're going to try to maintain this engaged lower belly, shoulders back, chin up, breath moving, and we're going to try to keep that all the time. Let's do both arms in the air. Over to your right. Right hand goes down. Find your stability over to your right. separate the space between the fingers by reaching the left arm out. Long left arm. Now find that tension in the low belly. You maybe find it through the left side as well. We're going to bring left hand towards right hand. Squeeze the belly. Come down. Long arm. Long arm. Stay here. Drop your shoulder down a bit. Take a big deep breath. Find the muscles in your belly that you're engaging. Bring the long left arm up, away from you, and then down towards you. But the whole time, those left fingers are engaging. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. And if you're choosing to push through the right hand, that's fine, but it's not necessary. The left arm is active. The left side of your torso is active, and the low belly is active. Now, if you choose to also hold active tension in the right side of the belly, that's up to you. You can make this as hard as you want to, or as gentle as you want to. And this forces you to focus, and that's the hard part of Pilates. Both arms go up now. Inhale, lift. Over to your left. Let's let the left arm relax. Activate the right arm. Push and reach it high and away. Squeeze the belly. Tighten up and now twist. Exhale down. Push it away. Lift it up. Push it away. Down and up. If I could, ask you to use your imagination and imagine that you're like inside of a soap bubble. And you want that soap bubble to be as far away from your face as possible. So you're pushing that hand away to make more space for yourself. But that soap bubble is strong. It pushes back against you. And that's the tension that you can make with length. Last one of these now. And we'll go all the way up with both arms in the air, and then just drop the arms by the sides. Relax the back of the neck. We're going to grab the right leg, so cradling the leg now. The right foot goes into the left elbow like this. You sit up tall. You just want to kind of bring the shin close towards the chest. And then we're going to see what happens when you release the arms. Try to hold it where it is. Squeeze that right leg. This is where mine drops away too. Make peace with this. We're going to keep returning back to here. No hands. Kick your leg away. Pull your toes. Push your heel. Lock your knee. Strong leg comes back in and then kicks back out. And you're going to try to control the hands and the jaw and the neck. So just as you can activate this posture, right, you can also turn off the muscles. So that if you're doing something really hard like you are right now with your leg, you can just do the hard thing and while you relax the rest of the body. Just one more of these. You'll pull in, drop it down. Let's grab the left leg. So that foot goes inside the elbow crease. We sit up tall with the chin and chest. Squeeze the lower belly. The whole practice is predicated on this Pilates posture for the upper body. Let go of the hands. Hold it. Neck and shoulders. Big breath. Kick away. Lock the knee. Push the heel. Pull the toes. Lock. And then pull in. Lock. And then pull in. So that when you lock the leg out, you're squeezing your quadricep. You're lengthening your calf. Stretching the back of the knee. You're using your hip flexor to pull inwards, and all of that is rooted in your low belly muscle. Nothing happens without that low belly engagement. Last one of these. You relax the legs down, shake them loose. Big deep breath, back of the neck. Sit back in your hands. With two long legs, you're going to be on your heels like this. And we're using the heels. You're going to have to point your toes a little bit. We're doing reverse plank. So with your hands close enough to your body, you feel stable on your hands. You can bend your elbows. You can lock your elbows. You have freedom. So that you can also choose to lock elbows, lift the chin, puff the chest, and then push to get your hips up. And if it's just a centimeter, then great. And if you're big and tall, then great. Whatever's happening, your chin's up, your shoulders are down, your belly's engaged. And you can just take a big breath here. We're going to drop the hips down towards the floor and then lift them back up. Down to the floor and lift them back up. And your shoulders drop away from the ears. Your low belly is engaged to the level that you think is right. Your jaw can release, your breath can move, even though it's hard work. Last one of these, up and down. And then you can come off your hands and lean forward, forward fold, shake out the wrists, big breath. Now as you lean back, we can start with the hands to build our boat pose. Pull the heels in, get the heels up. But you're gonna need to find some balance where you can get your hands outside or out in front of you, maybe off the floor, so that you're using less of your hands than what you need. And low to the floor, high off the floor, it's all boat pose. So find your balance. We're gonna start to do bicycle kicks where the left leg kicks out, lock the knee, kick the heel, pull the toe, and then pull the right knee in. This is one extreme, and then you're gonna switch to the other extreme. And just keep it moving. You're simultaneously pulling and pushing. You'll do your best to relax your neck and shoulders, your jaw and your breath. Keep the belly engaged, keep the breath flowing. Last ones now. And then you'll let the legs out and you'll fold over. You're gonna bring the right foot flat. And you wanna try to get this foot close to the body. That way when you focus on your left leg, pull the toes, push the heel, you get that heel up and down off the floor, and then this could be enough, but this would be more, and then this would be more. So you're just gonna try to find where you can keep your knees straight, keep your toes engaged, keep your muscles working, and come up and down. Now relax that leg, but stay in this shape. And then we're gonna use the hands to lift the hips, just like we were doing in that reverse plank. So hands, lift the hips, and then you can either go closer, further. And then we're gonna lift that left leg up, just the same. So with hips off the floor, the legs up, and then we're down. And then we're up, and then we're down. We're up, and down, but this left leg is just engaged the whole time. So theoretically, like the heel wouldn't even have to touch the floor throughout this process. Last one. You go up and down and then shake the legs out. Offload the stress so that we can do the other side. Bring the left leg in. So the left foot's flat now. Nice and close to the body. We're just focused on the right leg at first. You're gonna pull your toes, push your heel, squeeze your thigh, lock, keep it locked. The whole leg is engaged from hip to toe. And we go up and down. This isn't terrible. It's hard, right? But you're not going so far that it's terrible. You're just part of one whole. Using this leg activation, you're gonna also push through the hands and get the hips up. Exhale, push, drop, push, drop. And while you're using your arms to lift up your hips, you can relax your shoulders. Even if they keep lifting up, you can keep pushing them down. That left toe in the left foot squeezes downward. You stay strong. Last one. Release. Shake loose. Now, we're going to go down to the back in a moment, so make sure that you're in the right place, like forward towards the front. Heavy heels. Tuck the chin. Lean back and stay here so that you can find your low belly muscles. Your hands can be forward enough, and you're going to just control your descent. Let the stress come out of you while you do it. Consider the idea that trying to keep all of this pressure in, that's what creates like a hernia. We want to let it out, let the pressure go. Now flat on the back, you're going to keep your heavy heels, point your fingers at the ceiling. Pull your shoulders back down to the floor, and then tuck your chin to your chest. Look at your toes. Look at your toes and try to get your shoulders off the floor. Can you find the place where your abs don't let you go any further? I call this the checkpoint. Find that spot. Take a big breath. Acknowledge the stress that it costs to be here. We're going to sit up from here. So we inhale and lift. Exhale and fold. Lower back down to the floor, but not all the way. You're going to try to stop at that checkpoint that you found, and then inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. And obviously, the slower you go, the harder this gets. And so if you need to speed it up, you can speed it up. But if you're feeling like I'm really strong and I can push myself harder, you just slow it down. You stay active from fingertip to shoulders, from hip to toe. The low belly stays active, and the only thing that's not working here is your respiratory system. From your ribs to your nose. Everything else is active. It's 2 more of these now. You'll finish sitting up and folding over. And you just relax the neck. Breathe through your belly. Now, as you sit up tall and lean back a bit, you're going to bring your left foot flat. So left foot flat, close to the body, long right leg. And then you're leaning to the right, way over to the right. We want to get this left arm inside. So now I'm completely inside that left leg. My left hand reaches across the body, my right hand supporting me on the floor. So that way, as I pull my toes, squeeze my leg, whether I'm grabbing the calf or the foot, we come up and down. And the higher you go, the more you could twist over to the right and get deeper into this. You push through that right hand, and when you lift, you just lean to the right, and your body naturally just kind of goes over to the right, but it doesn't have to go far, right? Even just a bit. So if your right hand's on the floor, then you lean to that right hand. Yeah, come up and just keep leaning and go with the flow. And that would be deeper, but you can get the same activation just right here. You're dropping the right shoulder, lifting the left shoulder. You're digging into that right side obliques. But you get to control how deep you dig. Squeeze the low belly, process the stress that you're making in real time so that it's not overwhelming, so that you don't get too sore later. Last one. Drop down, shake loose, release, let the legs out. Well, it's okay. Big deep breath now. We go forward and back. Exhale deeply. We're just going to switch legs. The right foot pulls in. You're leaning to the left, so you have this whole left leaning orientation. The way you bend that left elbow can change. The right hand reaches for the toes. And just like we've been practicing, the toes want to be back towards you, the heel lifts away, you've got this strength in the leg, and you exhale to lift, and however far you take it, that's completely up to you, right? I'll offer you the clarity that big movements are not necessary in Pilates, because we're talking about activating muscles. And so if you're truly activating the muscles that you're working on, small movements are more than enough, and big movements actually prevent you from staying active. Every movement is a breath. Every breath processes the stress of the movement. And that last one. Release. Let the legs out. We're going to go down to the back. Long legs, heavy heels. Just give yourself a moment to lie still. You can put the hands on the belly, soften up the muscles that you worked. I want to bring your awareness to the low back, the lumbar region of your low back. That part of your spine is curved off the floor right now. You can adjust that curve. Like if you bring your curve higher, you're more in a back bend. And if you bring it lower, then you're flatter on your back. You can also just leave it neutral, where it's not extreme, but it's off the floor. Focus on that curve now as you bring the left leg in the air. Left leg's all the way up. I want you to lock that left knee. Pull the toe, push the heel, find the length in the back of the leg, and you're gonna drop the left leg down, but don't let it touch the floor. Get your right leg off the floor. Pull your toes, lock your knee. Lift the right leg up. We're doing scissor lifts, so we drop the right now and lift the left. But if you want to make it hard for yourself, you'll keep both heels off the floor while you do the work. Otherwise, you're welcome to put the calves down or put the whole leg down too. You can use the hands to push into the floor. You could take the hands off the floor, but your shoulders are back, your chin's up, your belly's engaged, and the breath just moves through you. Practicing like this, it becomes self-evident that strength is really just stamina. It's your ability to keep going. The length in your leg, the way you push your heel away, pull your toes in, that's going to make it harder to have stamina. One more in each leg. And then you could finish with both legs on the floor. Relax the belly, shake out the legs, big deep breath. Now we got to get both legs in the air. So very similar. We still push the heel, pull the toe, lock the knees to the best of your ability. Now, can you find that low back, lumbar spine? We're going to bring both heels to the floor. Using hands on the floor to help, you're going to drop the heels down and lift them back up. And to the best of your ability, you're going to try to keep those knees locked and the breath moving. Holding the breath is the surest way to build up pressure. Building up pressure is the surest way to cause an explosion. We got 2 more of these with the double legs. And then when you finish, you'll drop your heels down and you relax your body. Shake things loose. Let it feel easier now. Notice the relief. Let go of the stress so that we can do it again. Heavy heels. Point your fingers at the ceiling, tuck your chin down, look at your toes, find that checkpoint. Now, engage your legs. From your checkpoint, your hands are up, you can see your toes, you feel the belly. Engage the legs. The heels are up, you're in hollow body. The higher the heels go, the harder it's going to get. Find something that you can engage with. Let the breath out. One more. You can rest. We have this false notion that we'll be stronger when we hold the breath, but that's never the case. Heavy heels, point your fingers at the ceiling, tuck your chin down to the checkpoint, squeeze the belly. Stay here. We're going to twist to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. If you want to make this harder, you could do hands behind the head. And you'll notice that the elbows, they really want to cave inwards, and you're going to have to try to keep pulling them back. You could also do something in between the back of the head and in front of you. The further back the hands go, the harder this is going to be. Last ones now, and then you'll lower down. Big deep breath. Soften the belly. You're going to do just your left foot flat. Just your left foot flat. Heavy on that left foot. It's part of your foundation now. You're going to sit up tall, but with this left foot like this. So engage that right leg. It's going to help you. Engage the right leg. Point your fingers at the ceiling. Find your checkpoint. Sit up. Inhale. Relax your neck and shoulders. Push your hands off the floor. Push your hips off the floor. And then we're going to go down. Control. Lower down to that checkpoint. There's only 3 of these. We just did one. Lift from the checkpoint. Inhale and push. Exhale. Lower down with control. Lift back up. Push through the hands. Now set your right foot there. You come up and just hang out here. Relax the back of the neck. Bigger, deeper breath. We're going to take feet out wide. So my toes are on the wood, my heels are on the mat. My feet are pigeoned a bit. And keeping the hands on the feet or the elbows on the knees, either way, we're going to do our hip flosses from our squat here. So as you bend your knees and drop your hips, you go into your squat. Keep the feet flat as a rule. And then bring the hips right back up and try to lock the knees. So that at no point do we lift off the heels, because you got to lift your toes and push your heels. That's how we've been using these legs. Bend your knees, drop down, push your heels, lift your toes. Come back into that forward fold shape where you lock your knees. And then bend your knees. Keep your heels flat. And that means you'll just have to keep your hips a little higher than what you think. And we'll go up and down. You'll try to keep your belly as close to your thighs as you can manage. And then last one like this. You'll drop down to your squat and then go back onto your belly, so feet back behind you. It's going to be like a push-up going down. Just drop down. Rest your chin on your hands. Big deep breath. Rest for a moment. Your elbows push down. Your feet push down. You can squeeze your thighs and lock your knees. Your legs are active. And then you're going to rotate to your left. That's going to bring your right leg in the air. Keep your elbows down. Bend that right knee. Lift up the right knee. And just find your freedom of mobility. You can go up or down a little bit. Find the spot you want to try to return to. This is like your bullseye. Now we're going to bring the right knee towards the right elbow. You can lay it down. This is half frog. Put your weight over there into that right hip a little bit. Pull your toes, push your heel. Next time we get into this shape, the right leg's going to be off the floor. It's not going to be as easy. We're going to be doing this transition now as we go up with the right knee in the air. Lift it as high as it goes for you. And then the right knee towards the right elbow, off the floor. Lift it up. Bring it in. I like to inhale, lift. Exhale, pull. Inhale, lift. Exhale, pull. Now find those muscles you're working. Activate the right leg. From right hip to right toes. You got to lift, push, squeeze, and pull. And everything's active except for your respiratory system. Last one of these now. You're going to kick up and drop down. Exhale. Relax the muscles. Let it go. Because we have to do the other side. Keeping your right leg strong as part of your foundation will help you with this transition. Let's roll over to the right, get the left knee up, bend that left knee, give yourself a moment, squeeze all the muscles in your arms and legs. Now this time we're not going to put the knee on the floor. You know what we're doing, so let's go forward, left knee towards left elbow, half frog, squeeze, lift, pull it in, kick it out. Keep it going. Two more down. This is the last one. You'll pull in, kick out, and then rest. Shake out the legs. We're going to go into Sphinx pose. You're on your elbows. You're not using your legs much anymore, so when you squeeze them, release them, it's easy. Feels good. Relax your legs. Push through the hands. Push. Drop the shoulders down. Lift the chin up. Big deep breath. We're going to be lifting our elbows up and down. You really only want to be using the arms. So as you push through 10 fingers now, lock the elbows, activate the whole arm, and then bend the elbows, put them back down. Lift them up, put them back down. We're going to be doing this in a moment between down dog and dolphin, where it'll be heavier. But it's the same movement. This time, go up and stay up and keep pushing. Push through the shoulders. Relax the neck. You can be active in the shoulders and relaxed in the neck. That's possible. Last one, we'll just lower down. Put the chin on the hands. Relax the back. Now the elbows stay down. We're bringing the right foot up. By bending the right knee. Just the right leg. And you want to try to get the knees to touch. Squeeze the left leg muscle. Squeeze the right leg muscle. Keep that left leg active too as you lift the right heel up. Pull the toes, push the heel up. Now it's easy for that right hip to want to open, like for the right knee to kind of pop out. And don't do that now. We did that in the other one. This is closed hip, slightly different muscles. Try to keep your knee, your right knee, coming back to left knee. Two more of these now. And then you'll just let the leg down and relax it. Let the stress out, release it. You bend your left knee. Pull the toes, push the heel. Squeeze through the right leg as you lift up with the left. I'll offer you the clarity that you'll be able to go higher if you open your hip, but that's not what we're doing. So it's almost like you have to restrain yourself. Keep yourself contained. Two more of these now. And then you rest, and you relax, and release. Hands outside the chest. This is small cobra. Don't push yet. Elbows in tight. Relax the back of the neck. Lean left, lean right. Find your center. Squeeze both your legs. You're going to need them. Squeeze the legs. Push through the arms. Take a big breath. We're going to be doing push-ups from here. So this has to be the easy part. This has to be home base. You have to be really clear and confident about what this feels like so that we can do work from here. We're going to do push-ups. When you lower down, I want you to pull your belly up. So you pull your navel up, breathe and lift. Lower down, pull your navel in, come back up. So your belly stays engaged while you do these cobra push-ups. The elbows stay in tight. And if you can lock them when you come up, you should be able to focus on the muscles in the upper arms. From your fingertips to your shoulders, your whole arm is active the whole time. Last one now. You're going to come up and go back to the tabletop so that you can sit back on your heels in child's pose. Flip your hands now. Relax the arms. Soft, passive arms. Let them go. Let the stress go. Let your mind clear. Long arms now. This is child's pose. Long arms. Push through your 10 fingertips. We're turning child's pose into beast by flipping the toes. Flip the toes. Sit back on the heels and lift your knees up. Relax the neck and the shoulders. Take a big deep breath. We're moving from beast to plank. So as you extend the legs, you're in plank. Push through the hands, around the shoulders, squeeze the belly. Go back into beast. Reach forward into plank. And keep your arms engaged from your shoulders to your fingertips. Keep going forward and back. And it's basically like doing squats. And if you don't get your hips on your heels, that's fine. You're doing squats going back, and you're doing a pull-up going forward. That movement going forward, that is a pull-up. Push through the arms and find those muscles in the outside of your armpits, the lats. You got 2 more of these. And then we're going to go up into down dog, and we'll just step forward so that we can come off the hands. Shake out the wrists, relax the back of the neck. Feet together now. They don't have to touch, but they're together. Your inner thighs can touch. We're doing closed-legged squats, so just like we did our wide squats before, now we're doing closed-legged squats. You lift your toes, you push your heels, just like we've been doing. You bend your knees, and you go to your bottom. Your bottom might be here, your bottom might be here. You lift back up, just bring the hips up, fold, and then squat. This is hip flossing, down and up. The heels stay heavy, the toes can lift. The hands are allowed to come out. Just make sure that you can choose where your stress is. The hips are working, the shoulders don't have to. Last one of these, and then you're going to find your seat. I'll encourage you to just go through your squat. Use your hands if it's helpful. Let your legs out. Shake them loose, big deep breath. Now we're going back into that reverse plank again. So the hands are set. You can lock the elbows, bend the elbows, chin up, shoulders back, and then we got to use the heels. Lift up. You're going to get as high as you can manage, and maybe you have to reposition your hands, but you're going to open your chest, relax your neck, use your breath. We're doing squats from here. So as you use your heels, you're bending your knees, and you're just moving your hips forward. If it's, an inch, that's enough. Back, this is enough. This is more. Focus on your shoulders. Maybe you have to reposition your hands depending on how you move. Just allow yourself to move. Find the low belly muscle. Activate the muscles from heels to hips. The muscles from fingers to shoulders. You got 2 more now. And then you can lower down and just sit and shake loose. We've got 1 more set in that reverse plank, and then we can leave it alone for the day. So as you bring your hands back behind you, it's more or less the same thing, but with 1 leg. So as you use both heels, find yourself in the beginning position, and you're going to bring the left leg off the floor. Sometimes I like to reset my right foot more towards the center. It makes me feel more balanced. Think about like you're a triangle between your heel and your hands, and then you're going to squat. Bend that knee, come back. Focus on the left leg, kick it out, pull it back. And this doesn't have to be more than 1 inch. This is enough. This is plenty. I'm getting a good workout doing this. 2 more of these now. And then you can lower down to rest for a moment before we switch legs. Shake loose. We're going to be using the left leg now. So if putting that left heel in the center of the mat already is what balances you, you can do that as you come up into the reverse plank. Prepare to move the right leg off. Push from 2 hands, left leg. You're gonna squat, kick, pull back, bring in. Two more. Last one. Rest. Just fold over the legs and relax the neck. Offload. We want to just get our legs behind us. You can swing around the outside. You can bring them underneath of you. We're going to go back into tabletop. Tabletop goes to down dog. And you can play around for a moment. Bend your knees, lock your knees. Push your hands, relax your shoulders. Find that spot in the center where you're strong, where you feel stable. Now we're going to be moving from here to dolphin. It's going to be that elbow bending, what we were doing in Sphinx before. So both elbows need to get to the floor. If you do it one at a time, that works. If you move your hands while you do it, that works. But I want you to keep pushing through 10 fingers. Keep pushing through 10 fingers because we need to get right back up. We need to lock those elbows again in a down dog. And it could be one arm at a time. It could be 2 at a time. And while you keep going down and up like you're doing push-ups, you don't have to touch the floor. You can just do 1 inch down and 1 inch up. That's enough. It really is. It's enough for me. It's got to be enough for you. The bigger you go, the harder it gets. The more stress you have to process. The more strong you can become, but never at the expense of, hurting yourself or not liking the experience, because then you're not going to do it again tomorrow. And then you're not going to hit your goals. And that's not going to feel good. It's 2 more of these now. And then we drop the knees down. We're just going to sit back on the heels. If it's child's pose, great. If you want to sit up, that works too. Either way. Your back of the neck relaxes. The stress comes out. Now that same twist that we did up into half frog on the mat, we're going to do that in down dog as well. It's a 3-legged dog with the open hip. And then it's going to go forward towards plank. I can show you, but we can also just do it together. We're going to be in down dog with the right leg up in the air for that big twist. With the right knee high, the right knee bent. Push through the arms, find your balance. This has got to be home base. This is the easy part up here. And then the right knee wants to touch the right elbow. And it's going to be towards the right elbow. It's like plank. And then we kick it up and away. And then we bring it in. Kick it up and away. Bring it in. Kick it out. And see if you can target that muscle in your glutes. The right glutes towards the right hip. See if you can find the right side obliques. There's just 2 more of these. And then you'll just come back through down dog, sit back on the knees, and come off your wrist. If that's child's pose or you're back on the heels, either way. Shake out the wrists. We gotta do the other leg. We go through tabletop to down dog. Set your hands, push your shoulders. From down dog, left leg's gonna come in the air. Sometimes I like to reposition where my right foot is while I do this. You'll lift that top knee, bend it, squeeze through the hands as you go forward into plank and get the knee towards the elbow, and then kick it away, lift. Two more now. And then we can just go back to the knees again. Release the hands. We want to get the legs out in front of us, so if you swing them out or if you kick them through, either way, get your legs in front of you. Back of the neck. We're going to forward fold. You can reach for the toes. You can tuck the chin. You can also pull the hands back and lift the chin. Either way, just calm your mind, clear your stress. We're going down to the back and we're going to set up bridge pose. So down to the back. Your heels move close to your hips. Your knees are up high. You know, push through your feet and kind of squeeze the knees together a little bit. You can pick up the back of the head and reposition the shoulders until you feel pretty stable. I'll encourage you to find the lumbar part of your spine, the arch that's coming off the floor. Now, as you push through your feet, your hips are going to lift. If that's your bridge pose, then that's enough. It could be, 1 inch. Maybe like your hand can come underneath your hips. That's already bridge. But if you go higher, then you're going to push from your feet into your shoulders and then engage your thighs and your glutes until the hips lift. But this is not for your back, so don't use your back muscles to do this. Use your leg muscles to lift your hips off the floor. Once you find out where you are, what we're going to do is just open up the space between where you are and where you're not. We're going to come up a little bit and go down a little bit. Come up a little bit and go down a little bit. And that could be a 1/4 inch up and down. It could be 3 inches up and down. That's really just up to you to decide. The glutes stay engaged, the thighs stay engaged, the feet stay engaged from the hips to the toes. The legs are active. There's 2 more sets in bridge following this. This is just going to be familiarizing you with the feeling of being here. Last one, and then you're going to lower down, put your hips on the floor, let your legs out for a moment. Release. Now return back to bridge. Flat feet again, tighten up. From hips to toes, you're active. And we're going to do the scissor drops. So left leg goes in the air. Left leg up in the air. You're going to pull the toes, push the heel. And then before you start dropping that heel, come up a little higher in your bridge. Engage that right thigh, and then we're going to drop the left leg down and lift the left leg up. Drop the left leg down and lift it up. Use your whole right foot to push into the mat. Your toes, like tree roots, pushing down. You activate the muscles, and then it doesn't actually matter how high your left leg goes. It doesn't matter how high off the floor your hips are if you're activating your muscles. You can only be as strong as you can be. Now I got 1 more of these, and then we're going to switch sides, but without touching the floor. So keep the hips up, switch your feet. Kick the right leg, pull the toes, lift them up, drop them down. Focus more on the left leg and the strength that it has, the stress that you need to process. Last one of these now, lift up, drop down, rest. Release. 1 more set in bridge. And bring your feet in close. Come back into your bridge shape, hips off the floor, engage the feet, engage the thighs, push into the shoulders. We're going to bring the left leg up again, just like it was. But this time you're going to bend the left knee, the shins parallel to the floor, and then we're doing hip dips and thrusts. So just like we started, up and down. How high up and how high down you go, that's up to you. Focus on the right thigh, specifically the hamstring doing much of this work. Two more of these, and then we'll switch sides without dropping. 2 more of these, and then we're done with bridge. Let your legs out. You're going to rotate onto your right side. You can use your right elbow, or you can use your right hand, either way. You're on your right side, and the legs are locked together. You can pull both your toes, squeeze both of your thighs, lock both of your knees. And while you keep your right leg engaged, the left leg lifts, and the left leg drops. Now imagine like you've got to use your left heel to push into that soap bubble. Keep the length in that left leg while you lift it up and down, and then it doesn't matter how high you take it. You've got strength, length, and control. You're controlling how it feels. Point your toes up now. Point your toes up. Keep it going. Toes point at the ceiling, up towards the ceiling. So it's kind of like heel wants to touch heel, like your feet are V'd out when they come down. Strength, length, and control. All of it together with clear breath, shoulders down, chest open, belly engaged, and move through the motions. Turn your toes down now. Toes point down to the toes so the heel lifts up in the air, and you're lifting with your heel. Lift with the heel. See if you can find those muscles deep in your glutes that you're using. These muscles support your low back. Building these muscles makes your low back pain go away. Last one of these ones, and then you drop the leg down and you rest. But stay with this right leaning orientation. We're going to do side plank. So now you're on your elbow. We're going to build it up from the ground. So one step at a time. You can use your right hand. You can use your right elbow, either way. What you're going to focus on most is the space between right shoulder and right ear, so that when you're up, when you're supported, this space is big and open. This crunching in side plank, this is what causes pain. Open, nice and big, and then it's right foot now. You got to get onto the blade of that right foot. Use your left leg to begin. And if you're strong and you want to get rid of it once you start, that's fine. But otherwise, use that left leg, push through the right hand, right foot, come up. Open up that space between your shoulder and your ear. We're doing hip dips. The hip goes down to the floor. The hip comes off the floor. Down to the floor, off the floor. And if you feel good about it, you take the left leg off. And if that still feels too easy, you get your left leg off your right leg. And you just keep doing the same thing. How high you go, how heavy it is, it's up to you. 1-inch movements are plenty if you're engaged. It's 2 more now. And then he'll drop down, and we're going to switch over to the left side. We'll shake off the wrists. Big deep breath. We're going to go straight into the side plank before we do our leg. So it's left hand, left shoulder. If it's left elbow, left shoulder, it's the same idea. Get your ear up and away. Protect that space in your neck. Left foot. As you lift up, strengthen both legs, both arms. Drop the hip, lift the hip. Drop the hip, lift the hip. Stay active. Keep squeezing. Two more of these. And then you can rest on your left side. We're going to come down to work on that top right leg. However you like to rest and support yourself here, it's 2 straight legs. 2 locked knees. The left leg is as strong as the right leg as you lift the right leg. Drop the right leg. Bigger, deeper breath. Strength, length, control. Ultimately, we can kind of just set this on autopilot. We don't really have to think about it too much. Just stay focused on the stress, that you're processing, the relief that you're feeling. We just keep this movement going, but toes turn up to the ceiling. Toes turn up to the ceiling. Toes turn down to the toes. So now we're lifting with the heel. Lift, drop. Two, one, and then you rest on your back. Reset and release. You're going to bring the feet flat and feet slightly wide. So it's like the low squat. Toes are on the wood, but heels are on the mat, so feet are pretty wide. Flat feet. You're going to bring your hands in between your knees. Look at your hands in between your knees. You're in that checkpoint naturally. Now, get your chin involved. Find your belly. We're going to lift up an inch, down an inch. Up an inch, down an inch. Let's inhale up an inch. Exhale down an inch. Up and down. Up and down. Stay active the whole time. Don't release it. Stay engaged. You know that you could stop whenever you want. You don't have to keep doing it. Stay active and keep choosing to process, to get stronger, to build stamina, resilience. Now this time you go up, stay up, extend your legs long. This is hollow body pose. Hold hollow body pose for as long as you want. Come down right now if you want. We're going to go and rest on the back as soon as you're ready. Class is done. You're allowed to rest. You're allowed to hold. If you like it, have fun. If you're done, be done. It's just a few minutes of settling the body. All the stress from the neck and the shoulders, it comes out. All the stress in the thighs, the knees, the feet, it comes out. The tension in the belly releases on a big inhale. And nice and easy, you just come to sit up tall. Return back to your cross-legged seat like we began. Bigger, deeper breath now. Come back to the center. Lift your chin, drop your shoulders, big deep breath. Now, sitting here nice and tall isn't nothing, but it's not anywhere near what we just did. So just allow this stress to exist. It's relatively easy to deal with. And anytime you choose, you are welcome to just slouch and relax even more. There's nothing wrong with that. Knowing how to turn on and turn off this perfectionism that Pilates creates is important. You'll feel it release from your jaw, from your solar plexus region, your diaphragm. Just start to allow yourself to be done with the work for now. And that way, whenever you need it, you can just turn it right back on. Thank you all for being here today. Thank you, thank you.